How's it going, guys? Welcome to SHOT Show 2022. We're with Artisan Cutlery and CGRB. I have a handful of new products and some returning products, or returning prototypes that we've been working on since last year. Let's come down here. Starting over on this side. This is the Artisan Cutlery Ahab, designed by Niche Designs. Awesome little harpoon blade with a really interesting style handle. Super thin and slicey. Really nice, hefty and very aggressive thumb studs on this one. Great profile and super light. This thing is skeletonized so much on the inside. Awesome shape, really aggressive and super slicey. So that is the Ahab. Going on to the Valor, designed by guess who? Ferrum Forge. Love Chris and Elliot. They do some amazing work. This is very distinctively Ferrum Forge. Nice big choil, nice jimping on the blade. Substantial blade, but not too thick. Nice chunky kind of square handles, nice contoured round sides. Love the backspace here with just a little bit of texture on there. Just done really well. That is the Valor. And those two were at Blade West. Just came here for SHOT Show. Now we're going on to new stuff for 2022. Starting with the Baskin by Gabco knives. If you couldn't tell by that blade, this thing is wild looking. This thing cuts like crazy because of that recurve. It's got kind of this short tanto on the tip. Currently, the prototype has been done with a chisel grind, but we're probably going to switch back over to a V grind, maybe make it a little bit smaller. Have some nice micro-milling on the scales here. You can see that through the PVD coating. It's overall a very distinctive knife, very Gabco, very nice in the hand for something that's this shape. And I'm excited to see how this thing works with people and how they end up using it, because this thing just cuts amazingly well with all these aggressive angles. Really fun knife too. So I'm loving the stuff we got going on here, but this one is, all right, so we got two more coming up. Mainstay of Artisan Cutlery. If you can't guess by the look of this, new design by Mr. Dylan Mallery. Kind of a slightly smaller knife. This one is running at a 3 1/4 inch blade. Nice, just marble carbon fiber on there. And it's actually one of our few bolster lock knives. Awesome, love the clip. Look how sleek that is. Super slick. This one has a low profile front flipper on it. Oops, there we go. Missed the shot on that one. Front flipper. And the thumb hole, really nice for your standard thumb opening and middle finger flicking. Super clean. Don't have a name on this one yet. Dylan's still working on it. We're figuring it out. It's Dylan. Just, the names are important. But that one should be coming out sometime soon. We're really excited about this one. Moving on to one of our other newer designers. We have another model by Chris Ortiz. This is the Gorgon. Very much a minimally styled knife. Just single chamfer, sculpted handles, a little bit of micro-milling on the scales here, and these wide chamfers. Classic clip point blade with a very long clip to it, lots of cutting power, thin profiled handle with a robust blade that is relatively thin but wide, cuts really well and sits really nicely in the hand, very seated in the hand. I think the best way to describe this one is this is a machinist kind of knife. It's a really nice piece that gives you a lot of cutting power. It really is designed for someone that is looking for a work knife that is as efficient and effective as possible. And Chris is really nailing those designs. So that is the Gorgon, or Gorgon. And those are the higher end ones from Artisan Cutlery. Now we're moving on to the CGRB line. So this is not technically a prototype because we released it 3 days ago. The More maileah is finally out. Everyone's been asking about it. Swag is here, showing it off. She's taking care of, she's over with Carlos right now. So, after all the press and after everyone asking and saying, hey, we need this, we finally did a 3-inch version of the maileah. And for everyone that wanted that nice 5th pocket knife, the original size maileah with the 2.5-inch blade, it's great, it's wonderful, but just a little, this guy's got a bit more meat to it. A bit more handle, a bit more blade, just right for that just ideal 3-finger grip. Lots of blade for something this size, and with that profile and the front flipper, it's still a nice, flat, minimized knife and pocket. Also, I'm really digging the gold accents in this thing. It just classes it up a bit. So that one is actually out right now and available. Moving on to the actual two prototypes from CGRB, we have a new model designed by Dirk Pinkerton. If you can't tell by the scales and the design, Dirk did this one. I am very happy with this. This is the Ruffian by Carter scales or G10 scales with just a little bit of texture on these scales, just almost a step design. Super thin profile, super slicey, and that slightly upturned Warncliffe is great for cutting on surfaces. So you actually get a bit more purchase when cutting straight down onto things. That seems to be a lot of the shortcomings with your standard Wharncliffe models. And this just does so much work for a 3-inch blade. That handle provides tons of purchase. This is the first time we've done with a four position clip holes. So if you like carrying tip down, we can do tip down. It's great. This one does have inset liners, so it keeps the profile really thin, really trim. Action's great. Super happy with the way this one turned out. That is the Ruffian, designed by Dirk Pinkerton, and one of our new in-house models, the Caldera. This one, we actually took a lot of information from our Instagram. A lot of people came forward to say what they liked and didn't like about this design, and we decided to implement almost everything. This one has a thumb hole, there's jimping up here, there's a position for the finger up here if you like skinning. Using this as a skinner, this actually has a great blade shape for it. Nice, thin stock, fairly substantial hand-filling handle, steel clip instead of titanium, keeps the price down a bit. Wonderful action, either with a middle finger flick or with the flipper. Nice, big, robust piece that is meant to cut. Oh, it turned out so good. We are really happy with this one, and also we'll be offering this in multiple colors and multiple blade finishes as well. So that's the Caldera coming out soon, and the big reveal for this year. Finally, after about 3 years and everyone asking when this was going to come out, we have finally done it. The live blade version of the Kinetic is ready, and this is going to be a fully American-made product. We are currently finishing up our prototypes in the U.S. facility, and we will be getting these out as soon as we can. This is something that we've been trying to do for so many years. After so many tries at getting someone in the U.S. to make these, they are finally being done. And we just didn't quite have the pros in time for SHOT Show, so this is actually a assembled model we did on short notice. But when they're done, they are going to be just incredible. As requested from every single human I've talked to, the Kinetic. Finally, it's time. And this will also be under a new Artisan brand, the Artisan Peak Performance Series, which will be focusing on American-made and extra high-end limited run products. Since we will be working with smaller factories and smaller companies to produce these products, we'll be putting out more premium, more focused products under this brand name, hopefully starting this year. So look forward to the Artisan Premium Series and to some new amazing products coming out from us in 2022. It's going to be a great year, guys. Thanks so much for checking them out.